Hey everyone, I want to talk about Bitcoin and where I think it's headed here price wise by November. So right now Bitcoin's right around hovering around the 65,000, just slightly over and under today. I think it's been as high as around 65.5. And where we needed to get to in order to break through to the next barrier is the $68,000 number. That's the number it's got to break through right now. And it's potentially going to have trouble getting through that. But let's look at that over this next week or so here before we get into October. Because if we do break that 68, I believe we're going to end up breaking the all-time high, and we could see a really nice run into the 85 to 95 range. Right in between there, I'm picking a generic number, 90,000. So if it does run through that, like I'm hoping and anticipating, we could see Bitcoin at $90,000 by the end of November. A lot of factors going into play here that could change that, but that's where we're looking at right now. Let's do a little screen share here and see what is going on in the market. All right, make sure I get the right one here. Let's see, silver. Silver and gold have been doing definitely been doing very solid in this market right now, and obviously look at it. There's totally a bunch of different factors coming into play here with why gold and silver would be going up. Obviously, the devaluation of the dollar, which has been going on, and then they dropped the rate by half a point here, September 18th, which is going to push gold and silver up, but they might be getting close to getting tired where they might be retreating some here short term before they go back up. It would be very minimal retreat. But we could be running into that and some resistance there because they've been going up for quite a while now, last several months or so, when Bitcoin's been kind of just trading sideways, going up and down a little bit. So that's where we are with gold and silver. I did want to jump back into the Fed's 50-point basis rate drop, because that's what spurred me to say altcoin season was on last week when I did a video there. And I do believe we are headed into full-fledged altcoin season. It is here. It has arrived. We are getting into it. We're going to slowly build into it. It doesn't turn on and switch overnight. It's not like starting a car and then boom. It takes a little time. People need to recognize that what's going on. And I think you're starting to see that. And let's look at the crypto bubbles, which will give you kind of an idea of what's going on here. So obviously the meme coins have been leading a lot of this, a lot of the crypto sector here over the past year or so. And SHIB's up 18.3%. Brett's up 11.6%. We had Pepe up earlier, pretty close to 10% or so. Hex has had a really nice run. It's not a meme coin, obviously, but it's had a really nice run over the past 2 weeks. And we're starting to see other things like Near's run. Sui's been really running. Sui has been probably the biggest runner over the past couple of weeks outside of meme coins. I think you're just going to have meme coins continue to run. They are building in popularity. They become easier to get, lower costs for people as far as gas fees. So you're going to see them continue to grow, but they'll be, up and down. Like Pepe was up over 10, it's now 7.3%. And then you're going to see things shift, and you're going to have certain protocol start running earlier and then other things going later. Typically, Chainlink is one that leads the cycle. It has not yet. Ethereum is starting to run now, and when Ethereum really starts to run, then the other alts will really follow behind Ethereum at that point. I do think this is probably the last big push for Ethereum. And, it's got the ETF, but it has not been wildly popular. Not nearly as popular, obviously, as Bitcoin, but it still has a lot of developers on it, and they're still doing a lot of things on that blockchain. So for now, for this cycle, next cycle is still going to be around. I do believe others are going to overtake it, whether it's Solana, Cardano, Polkadot, Sui, Avalanche, and many others, right? There's going to be so many more new coins that pop up, and it's going to be which one is able to overtake it. I don't think it's going to be necessarily just one. It might be 10 or 15 other ones out there, and they might consolidate and become 3 to 5 really big players down the road over the next 5 to 10 years. It's kind of what we got to look at. We got to look at this as like the consolidation that we had during the dot-com era in the late 90s, when you had a million .coms and they all went bust in 2000, 2001, and we had that crash. So we're in a similar thing here with the cryptos, similar market. Um, what's going to win, Betamax or VHS? So VHS obviously won that one. So we're going to see which ones end up winning this one. Don't know for sure. Your guess is probably as good as mine as what we got. But let's look at the crypto bubbles over the past week here and see who've been the biggest movers. And look again, it's the meme coins, Brett, 17.6, Shiba Inu, 31.6. But Hex been a big one, 45.9, Near, 27.6, Render, 21.2. So there's been some really good ones. And then go back to a meme coin, Dog with Fat, 24.5%. But surprisingly, got some gaming coming in here. Gala's really been making a good push, which I'm happy about because I've owned Gala for the last couple of cycles here. And I'm still very bullish on it. I think they got great developers on it. For Grammy, they got some people that worked at Epic Games working there. And I just think that was going to be a good solid one. Obviously great for DeFi. Rune, again, second cycle here. It's doing really, really well. The Cosmos blockchain is just huge. So it's nice to see Cosmos up 10.7% over the past month or week, I should say. Now let's look at the month and see what we got. Who are the biggest winners? Sui is a big winner, 89.4%. Hex, 137%. So these are the ones that have been leading the charge of a pop again. More and more. You're going to see probably mostly led by meme coins, but with some great things like Phantom, Sui, some great layer ones out there that are doing darn well. Pyth is a good one. Near, I really like Near. Bullish on that one long term. H-bar, definitely bullish on H-bar. I think that's very undervalued. So there's some really good ones out there for us to see. And let's look over the year and see what's up over the year. So he's up 281% in the year. Sol, 704%. Ordi, 955%. Pepe, again, meme coin, 1,174%. Bonk, Floki. You know how things go here with these meme coins. So they really are moving. And you see recently here over the last hour, things have started to settle down after a nice day. So it's to be expected in this market here. Now, what's going to change and make this bull run continue? I'm just going to stop the screen share here. So what's going to make the bull run continue? So uncertainty with wars, right? That's where things engage and go more. People are going to be a little bit more nervous about things, and maybe, and the cost of things going up, they're going to put it into something where they can hopefully get a bigger return, rather than just the stock market, which I think that's going to continue to accelerate here for a little while. Since global liquidity index is up, the M2 supply, that's going to continue to push everything up as well, especially with cryptos here. It's that time of year, it's that time of the crypto cycle where these coins start going. Bitcoin had its run. Altcoins really did not. Now they're starting to, and I think you're heading in full-fledged altcoin season. So Bitcoin might 2x plus from here. But the altcoins could 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100x, right? Depending which one you're in. You've seen some over 1,000x, especially with these meme coins. So that's where a lot of the money is going to get shifted to here as people gamble a little bit more. And as the economy stalls a little bit more, like it's been, unemployment goes up, people are going to be a little bit more risky, trying to make some money, kind of like Las Vegas slot machine. So I think that's where things are headed here in the near term. I did want to jump onto the fear and greed index here, which is around 50 right now, which is good. That's stable. People are okay with that. Let's see. I think I did pull that up. Let's see if I got it here. All right. I do. All right. So we're 50. So we're very neutral, right? But this has been going up because it was in the 30s not long ago, then 40s this morning, and now it's shot up to 50. I think people are feeling a little bit better. Different events could change that, but for now, that's good. It's going to continue to grow. The ETH to Bitcoin ratio is shifting, so now it's going more towards ETH, which is another trigger that means altcoin season is on. So know that as well. And I think we're just about there. Things are looking good for cryptos. I want to get into some projects coming up here. I want to take a deep dive into SUI next week, so you guys can learn a little bit about that project and where it's going and why I'm bullish on that one. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next stream.